You guys, I I'm I don't know about y'all, but I am stressed over this last episode of Insecure. I mean, this whole week, I know it's been a week since season 4, episode 5, Low Key Moving On, has aired, but I don't know about y'all, but I've been in deep thought about this whole entire episode. And Issa, you got me flabbergasted, girl. You got me stressed and triggered, okay? And we're gonna dive in right now. Guys, it's your girl Angela Shanice, and today I'm doing a reaction of Insecure so far for season 4, and we're particularly going to talk about episode 5, Low Key Moving On. So for you guys that have not watched episode 5 of season 4, you are definitely in for a treat. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it already, just go ahead and put me on mute. Still watch the video because I need these views. But go ahead and put me on mute. But we're gonna talk about some things that kind of happened in the episode and really dive in of what I guess I've been thinking all this time about Molly and Issa's whole friendship and relationship and how it's dived in. This Insecure episode, has got me for a whirlwind, and it really brought me to the topic of whole evaluating Issa and Molly's relationship. And the topic I'm going to discuss, and basically the whole overall theme of this reaction and reaction video and article to come, is are my friendships or are your friendships healthy relationships? Let's let that ponder and sink in. Are your relationships or friendships or situationships or family relationships, anything of that nature, are they really healthy relationships? And when we think about this with like the whole dynamic of Molly and Issa, I guess we can talk about what happened in the episode. So in episode 5, this is halfway through the season, we see Molly and Issa's friendship kind of have this tension the entire season. And we really don't know what's the real root of it, but we kind of know things have developed between them, and it's kind of intensified things. One thing I could say that kind of sparked and uprooted everything was the relationship between Issa and Condola. Condola being a new character this season, and how that situation with her and Lawrence has developed. And it's kind of left a sour taste in Molly's mouth. I can say, you can quote unquote say she was getting jealous. But other than that, Molly and Issa have been having a few things that have just boiled up to this moment. So in this episode of season 5, we're finally at the scene when we notice in episode 1 when Issa says she doesn't really fuck with Molly anymore. And we're like, damn, Issa, what happened? Like, what's going on with you and Molly? But as we fast forward to see episode 5, we see that Molly and Issa are just not the coolest. And if you haven't watched the episode, I'm not going to tell you everything what's going on. You just have to watch it for yourself. So we see this is the block party episode. And in the block party episode, finally towards the end, like I said, spoiler alert, Molly and Issa get in this huge upward argument. Andrew did something kind of, I would say, behind Molly's back, helping Molly. And pretty much Molly thought that it was unfair of Issa to ask Nathan to support her during this process. Okay, guys, I'm back. FedEx just had to come and deliver my quarantine packages. So anyways, we were talking about how the big blow up between Issa and Molly basically overall happened. And it happened to be at Molly's block party event. And I was so triggered by Molly's actions with all this, because as you've been watching, or I don't want to tell you guys too much of what's been going on, because I want you to watch for yourself and then come back and really answer this question: are your friendships or our friendships healthy relationships. Because as you see, Molly was kind of having this, I don't want to say Issa was saying that she was like rooting for her to fail, but in a way you could say she was kind of rooting for her to fail. And when Issa really needed Molly to step in and kind of help for her, she was nowhere to be found. She was nowhere to really lend a helping hand with her, quote unquote, protecting her relationship. All right. But anyways, Issa succeeded. Issa basically killed the block party. It was an awesome, awesome event. And she left Molly shook. She left Molly surprised, sitting back in her seat, like eyes rolling and everything and stuff. And she was like, man, oh man, this is really good. And then things turn a complete 180, and Molly just had to be selfish in that moment. I feel Molly should have definitely have waited till another time, another occasion to sit on and have a one-on-one with her and Issa about the situation between her and Andrew and Nathan coming into play about helping them getting her artist for the block party. But the fact is that Molly was so angry and so aggressive, she just reacted, like head on force reacted. And I can see where Molly is coming from. I can see how she doesn't want this to jeopardize her new relationship. And this has been one of the healthiest relationships she's ever been in. But at the same time, your best friend is your best friend. You know, you're supposed to ride for your girls, no matter to the wheels fall off or whatever. So for her to take that moment away from Issa was really effed up. And that's why I really can't fuck with Molly either at this point. Like, you know, and as you see is the dynamic too as well is Molly's relationship always having to be the successful friend. And I don't know, that's just a whole lot of things. So I wanted to read some of the comments people were leaving on Instagram about this episode. And I really wanted to talk about how people were reacting, because people were so upset with Molly. And I think this is just a perfect example, you know, of how friendships really can develop over the time. And let's just say, like, you know, sometimes friendships, we get jealous or we get insecure, or things could be boiling up that we might have heard or said, or things have been done and we never had a chance to be vocal about it. And I feel with Issa and Molly's relationship and friendship, they kind of waited so long to talk it out. And then when they had that big moment, it was set up for a disaster to fail, honestly, to this point. So here's some of the comments. People said, things Molly did, aka the most, by Juicy_Q. And then, oh, this is an interesting comment. Magans14, and this is from the Insecure HBO Instagram. I'm reading the comments from some of the viewers. And this user said, Issa can be a user, but Molly was wrong here. Issa knows Andrew because of Nathan, and not only because of Molly. I think it was okay to ask Andrew via Nathan. Molly didn't want to get involved, and she wasn't. And I didn't like that they almost fought. I really love this friendship, and I needed to be back how it used to be. Oh, so they're rooting for their friendship. Okay. This Tiana Marley on Instagram said, Molly was tripping. She knows she ain't have to confront Issa at her event, and she went overboard. That one got 673 likes on her comment. JL.blog said this episode was so much fun to watch. It made me miss block parties and concerts and food trucks and meeting cool people. It was so delightful. Then I got sad because I miss outside. Molly and Issa though, question mark and exclamation point. I wish Molly would have waited until they were alone and not at the block party to express her feelings. I didn't agree with her reaction to Andrew helping Issa, nor did I agree with the boundary she set. But that's just me. I appreciate seeing their friendship play out, and I'm excited to see what else is in store for them. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like, you could have used that moment. Molly could have used that moment and basically could have waited to express her feelings. And she kind of just bulldozed it, kind of ruined Issa's event, I feel like, in a way. And, how can you really come back from that at this point? It's going to take a lot of apologies, and I guess we have to wait to see what Issa does next, because this right here, this had me triggered, y'all. Triggered. Like, I was deep reflection about this whole thing, because when you really think about it, you do have some people in your life that really want to see you fail and really don't want to see you necessarily shine so much. And it could be the people that you are the closest to, whether it be a family member or a best friend or a colleague or your boss or, anyone, pretty much in this sector. Okay, so some things that I want to see happen next in the next episode, or I'll say I like to see Issa, is really, I want to know what's going on between Lawrence and Issa. Now that Condola's kind of out of the picture, thank God, we can finally realize what's really blossoming between these two. Or is she going to fall for that old thing, Nathan, too, as well? I would like to see Issa's love life kind of really have a developing nature, too, as well. And then also with Molly and Issa, I don't know, y'all, that's a tough one. And like I'm saying, that goes back to my topic for this whole episode, this whole overall theme. Are your friendships healthy relationships? So what y'all guys need to do is watch episode 5 of season 4 of Insecure, and then episode Low-Key Moving On. And then I want to hear y'all thoughts and opinions about Molly and Issa. Do you think they should salvage their relationship? Do you think who should apologize first? Clearly Molly should apologize first. Like, the girl blew up. But what do y'all guys think? And then also go in deep reflection. What do you think about your friendships? How does this evaluate your relationships or your friendships or family members or co-worker relationships or any type of ship? Are they really healthy relationships? And what are you guys doing to set those boundaries or any type of things to set up with that? So I think that's very important. I think with the lesson with this episode too as well is that people, if you're actively trying to do something and you believing in your vision and people are not fully supportive of you, that's okay. Still hustle, still grind, and you know what? Issa still put on an awesome event. And you got to root for the underdog at the end of the day, because they still end up proving people wrong time and time again. And then, if anything, I think friendships definitely get tested, and you really measure people's friendships when you're going through deep in the gutter and really trying to prove something of yourself. And you have to come to realize and to play who's really there for you and who's really not there for you at the end of the day. So drop a comment, let me know what y'all guys think, and then go and do reflection. Do you really feel your friendships are healthy relationships? I have a great core group of girls surrounded by me, so shout outs to all of them. So I don't have to worry too much about my friendships being that way. But I can say there's definitely been situations, when I had to ponder and realize, is this relationship or situationship or career relationship really the healthiest, and what is this doing to benefit me? So go in deep reflection, think about this, and stay tuned for episode 6. We're halfway through Insecure season, and I cannot wait to see what Issa Ray is gonna come out the bag, what drama is gonna happen between them, and I'm just interested to see what's gonna happen between her and Molly. So stay tuned and make sure y'all subscribe and follow my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram at the Pink and Brown Closet, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, see y'all later. Be safe.